Close your eyes for a second. What do you smell? Probably nothing. That's the problem. For 99% of human history, your nose was one of your most important survival tools. It told you what was safe to eat, who was nearby, whether a predator was close, and even who you could trust. Today, you walk through a world designed to be odorless, and you barely notice what you've lost. You didn't lose it because your nose stopped working. You lost it because you stopped listening. In 2014, neuroscientist Noam Sobel showed that humans can detect at least 1 trillion distinct odors. That's a measured number. Your eyes distinguish about 10 million colors. Your ears detect about 340,000 sounds. Your nose is, by a massive margin, your most sensitive sensory organ. It just doesn't feel that way because your conscious mind isn't paying attention. Here's the part that changes everything. Your sense of smell is the only one of your 5 senses that connects directly to the brain's emotional and memory centers without passing through a relay station. Every other sense goes through the thalamus first. Smell goes straight to the amygdala and the hippocampus. That's why a single whiff can trigger a vivid memory from 20 years ago, a feeling you can't explain, a pang of grief or joy you didn't see coming. Your ancestors used this daily. A hunter could smell water from a mile away. He could smell which animal had passed through hours earlier, whether it was injured, whether it was a threat. A gatherer could smell ripeness before she even saw the fruit. A mother identified her infant by scent alone within hours of birth. Babies found their mother's breast by smell. Lovers knew each other by scent. Tribes identified strangers before they were visible. Your nose was your first line of defense and your most intimate connection to everyone around you. Then we built cities. We filled the air with exhaust, chemicals, and synthetic fragrances designed to mask everything else. We decided natural smell was shameful. We deodorized, perfumed, and sanitized until the air we breathed was almost entirely devoid of biological information. We called that progress. In 2004, Richard Doty found that since the 1980s, the average person's ability to identify common odors had declined by about 30%, not from aging, but from pollution and lack of olfactory stimulation. If you don't use it, you lose it. In 2014, a Swedish team found that people with a keen sense of smell had significantly lower rates of depression and anxiety. The correlation was so strong, they suggested smell training could treat mood disorders. Because smell is wired to your emotional centers. When you suppress it, you cut yourself off from a massive source of emotional input. You're numbing yourself without realizing it. There's also the social dimension. Every human body emits a unique chemical signature. Your sweat contains compounds that signal stress, fear, and sexual attraction. In 2011, researchers found that when people smell anxious sweat, their own stress levels rise. Fear is literally contagious through the air. Your ancestors used this to synchronize the emotions of entire tribes. Smell was the original social network. But you can't smell that anymore because deodorant blocks it, perfume overwrites it, air conditioning filters it out. You walk through a world of neutral, empty space, and you wonder why you feel disconnected. In 2020, a study from the University of Chicago showed that people who lost their sense of smell due to COVID reported a profound loss of emotional depth. Life felt flat. They couldn't access memories as vividly. They felt less connected to loved ones. Olfactory loss correlated with reduced emotional recall. You need your nose to feel the fullness of your own life. Most of you are walking around with a partial loss of that ability, and you don't even know it. So what do? You start paying attention. Right now, take a deep breath through your nose. What do you actually smell? Not the neutral nothing you assumed. Press your attention into it. The air has texture, layers. Maybe faint coffee from this morning, a hint of dust, a trace of the person who sat here before you. It's all there, waiting. You just forgot to read it. You can train this. Studies show that just a few minutes of conscious sniffing each day, spices, flowers, herbs, even your partner's clothes, can restore your olfactory sensitivity in weeks. Every meal becomes richer. Every place leaves a distinct fingerprint in your memory. Every person you hug carries a story you can read. For 300,000 years, your ancestors didn't need a study. They lived in a world of rich, layered scent. They knew who was sick before symptoms showed. They knew when rain was coming. They knew whether a stranger was a friend or a threat before they saw a face. They were not more evolved than you. They were just paying attention to a channel you've muted. It hasn't left. You abandoned it. It's still waiting.